Ruri wakes up, and for some reason there's horns on her head? Just like most of us would, she is confused by that fact. When she eventually asks her mother about it, she explains to Ruri that it's probably because her father is a dragon. But other than that conversation, the rest of her day continues as per usual. She dresses up, meets up with her best friend Yuka, they go to school, and class starts. At every point, the horns are mentioned, and they draw in some serious attention, but that's that. Ruri doesn't seem to be uncomfortable, everyone is curious to see how they feel, but other than that, the day just goes on. This is what I like about Ruri Dragon. It's a slice of life manga, so obviously the conflicts aren't that grandiose. The fact that Ruri can create electricity and breathe fire isn't seen as some sort of superpower that the whole rest of her life will revolve around. Because Ruri is not a superhero. She's a high schooler. And that's why her new traits become just another in a pile of issues she has to go through in her life as one. Small side note, while writing the script, chapter 16 came out, and in it my little observation was confirmed by Ruri herself, which felt pretty good. Anyways, JJK, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dandadan. There's quite a few series centered around a young adult getting some weird superpower. What usually happens is that suddenly their whole life changes and they go on a grand, action-packed adventure, fighting off increasingly powerful foes. I'm a sucker for these stories, and I love me some good animation. But at the same time, they often make me feel like I'm watching a superhuman encountering threats that I can't truly comprehend. And so, oftentimes, I end up feeling distant from the characters and their struggles. However, Ruri Dragon draws you in with its odd concept, and after it has your attention, it uses this strange scenario to tell a surprisingly grounded and human story. For example, after Ruri breathes fire for the first time, she has to take a break from school and learn how to control her new ability to avoid setting fire to her school and friends. But after 3 days straight of her training her flaming breath and getting it under control, something horrible happens. She gets lazy. She can't be bothered to go to school again and just lays around all day with her legally distinct Nintendo Switch. And that is something we've all done in one way or another. Be it doom scrolling on our phone to avoid doing homework, sitting around instead of writing or editing a video we want to make, or just avoiding a chore as simple as cleaning our desk. Ruri Dragon captures that feeling and uses it to tell a very simple but genuinely relatable story. I remember towards the end of my final school year, right before the entrance exams for university, I had lost any and all motivation to study. I couldn't bring myself to open any books and would rot away all day in bed or on my phone. I felt genuinely miserable. So imagine my surprise when out of nowhere my mum asks me if I want to go on a walk. A walk? But I never go on walks, and I'm going to lose potential studying time. Oh, for God's sake, let's be real, it's not like I'm studying anyways. Screw it. And so we did, and as corny as it sounds, it genuinely helped me clear my head. I wasn't reinvigorated and ready to study for hours straight. My homework wasn't magically done, but it did help me get out of the repetitive and destructive routine I was stuck in. On a completely unrelated note, let's get back to Ruri lazing around, doing nothing, and avoiding school.
At least put on your uniform. It'll get you in the right headspace.
Don't wanna go.
It's been 3 whole days since you changed your tune and said you would. Stay home any longer and you're definitely gonna regret it. Anyhow, think it over as you eat.
Huh? Yuka's on her way over here. Now!
Oh? Perfect! You can head to school with her.
No thanks. Hey, wait a sec. You said something to Yuka, didn't ya?
Did I? Ah, Maybe I mentioned how you were whining and moping about not wanting to go.
Not cool.
Your friends are all so sweet and caring. Each day you keep deciding to stay home, we might have another one of your pals show up on our doorstep.
That's dirty.
Mortifying, yeah? Oh, here's one now.
Hello. It's me, Yuka.
Hi, Yuka.
Is Ruri there?
She sure is.
I'm not here.
She'll meet you down there, so just give her a minute, okay?
This sucks so much.
You'll be fine. Getting up and out is the hardest part.
Ugh.
That bad, huh? You don't have to go if you don't want to. You've got no duty to bite off more than you can chew.
No, I'm going, because Yuka came to get me.
Mm-hmm. Have a swell day, and good luck, honey.
See you later. In the end, it's thanks to her mum's not-so-subtle encouragement and her best friend's enthusiastic attitude that Ruri comes to her senses and breaks that all-too-familiar cycle of doing nothing and feeling guilty for doing nothing. I don't want to spoil all the surprises that this manga has to offer, but there is this small pattern that emerges where every time Ruri is struggling with some sort of issue, without fail there will always be someone looking out for her. Be that her mother, her friends, or even her teacher. And that's not only a very hopeful message to convey, but for me personally, it made me think about just how often people I know have and continue to reach out to help me, no matter how small or even stupid my issues might be in hindsight. So that's what made me want to make a whole video about Ruri Dragon. It's a story with a strange premise, but it uses it to portray experiences familiar to anyone that has ever been in high school. And beyond that, it shows the importance of interpersonal relationships in our lives. If this manga interests you at all, you can go read it right now for free on Manga Plus. If not, then I would like to ask a favor of you. Take a bit of time out of your day to thank all the people in your life looking out for you.